What's going on, guys? It's Nick here, back with another video. This is the first mock draft 2019 fantasy football season, and it's going to be bad. It's this team, you guys are going to look back. This is going to be a really bad team, but it's first look. I have not even looked at the ADPs at all. I want this to be initial reaction. Actually, hold on. Hide drafted, so you guys don't yell at me. I'll look at these in a second. I want to note quickly that this is going to go fast because I doubt anyone else is doing mock drafts on Pi Day, March 14th. Didn't even know that. 12-team, half-point PPR. I'm going to try and do a lot more half-point PPR drafts this season because it's right in the middle of what people use, and a lot more people are starting to use half-point. So I'm going to do that. But again, this is going to go really fast. So at the end of the mock draft, I know I'm not going to be able to talk about many players at all. At the end, I'm just going to look over where people were and just get an initial reaction. That's all this video is just to say right now in mid-March, where are the ADPs? How do I like that? And obviously some of my takes are absolutely going to change. But this is just initial reaction. So we've got 2.5 minutes before it starts. I want to say the actual videos aren't going to start until about mid-May. I graduate May 18th or something like that. That's when they're going to start being every day basically. We're going to start getting things on iTunes this year. We're thinking about streaming mock drafts on Twitch. I kind of want to get your guys' thoughts on that. I might convert Mock Draft Monday into I'll Twitch stream a few hours worth of mock drafts, and then either pick one that I like that kind of highlights a few things, upload the whole thing to YouTube. I don't know what I'll do. But let me know how you guys would like to see that. Also, in about a month, I'm going to be releasing a video. It's going to be how to predict the outcome of NFL games using machine learning. So I'm going to walk through all the different types of machine learning algorithms that I've used for a course that I'm taking to predict the outcome of NFL games. I'm predicting NFL games, NHL games, NBA games, and I think that those predictions are going to be part of the premium package on our website. So definitely NFL. Each week I'm going to have my model predict, and it's already, the model is better than Vegas at this point, which is awesome. So you guys should be able to make money with the model, but that's probably part of the premium package. But let me know how in-depth, this is the last thing you need to let me know. 1, what do you think about the mock drafts? 2, how in-depth do you guys want me to go on the machine learning? Obviously, this is part of a course, so my professor has final say. But how in-depth do you want me to go on the machine learning aspects of each model? Because there's probably six-ish different models. I can make this video 2 hours if you want it, but how big do you want the video to be? How in-depth do you want me to go on each model? So, we're going to start this off. And yeah, Saquon. I figured Saquon is going to be the #1 pick in pretty much any format this season. But let's run through. So right now on Fantasy Football Calculator, which is the site I trust the most early on, once you get into August, you should only be mock drafting on the site that you're drafting with. So if you draft on Yahoo, just mock draft on Yahoo or ESPN or whatever. Mock draft on that site. But yeah, Saquon looking like he's going to be #1. Okay, well, we'll just look at how they go over. McCaffrey, definitely going to be a high pick. Excuse me. So, McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, Zeke, Alvin Kamara, Todd Gurley. Yeah, I mean, that sounds about right. You know that you have to get running backs early. It's just a thing that has to happen. This is what I was questioning. Where are people going to value Bell? So I got to make a pick. But I'd say you probably shouldn't be taking a wide receiver this early. So your pick comes down to Gordon or Bell. And if they paid Bell this much money, I think he's going to be higher than this. I think Bell ends up at 3. I think he'll end up in the top 3. They paid him a bunch of guaranteed money. They've already released Crowell, I want to say. They're not going to use my boy, Elijah McGuire, unfortunately. They're not going to use those guys. It's going to be Bell. This offense is ascending. They just got Jamison Crowder. They already have, Robbie. I get yelled at for saying Roby. Robbie Anderson. So they're coming up. They're getting definitely better. So a bona fide 3-down back on that team is a good pick to get at 6. All right, we have 30 seconds. So of the rest of the guys, wide receivers, you'd be looking at AB, Thielen, or Green. And then running backs with 15 seconds, you're looking at Chubb, Mixon, Dalvin Cook. Right now it's Dalvin Cook. I have 5 seconds. Okay, well, I'll just have to make the pick. I'll run through this all at the end. I hate not having other people in here. But starting off 2 running backs is a strategy you should probably just use unless you can get 2 stud wide receivers. But that would probably only happen in this like 10, 11, 12 range. So we've got Bell and we've got Cook. I feel good about those 2 guys. I know people are going to want to take... Where did Mahomes? Mahomes went in the 2nd round. That's nuts. So Ertz, you can't draft Gronk at this point. I mean, dude might retire by this summer. So Amari I like in this range. That would be the pick so far. 20 seconds. Aaron Jones, that's too high. Sonny Michel would be a solid pick. Freeman with no Coleman. Coleman got signed with the 49ers. Geis, I liked a little bit more. The news came out, I believe, yesterday. The Washington has signed AP again. It's like another 2-year contract, indicating 1, that Geis could not be ready to start the year, and 2, that Geis is just not going to be heavily used, and you just don't want to take risk in the first 4 rounds. Something I will absolutely talk about in depth in future videos, and something you guys have heard me say a ton already in past videos. But no risk. You don't want to take any risk in the first 4 rounds. These are 3 guys that I know for a fact will be heavily involved in their offense. Kerryon Johnson will absolutely be heavily involved in his offense. Damian Williams should be, but there is a little bit of risk there. So right now it's Kerryon Johnson. Let's look at wide receivers. Woods, Kupp. They need to move this clock down here. Tyler Boyd. All right. I'll take the running back again. You just got to get running backs in drafts. And I was kind of looking at this range of wide receivers, and I know there's some wide receivers. Metcalf, my goodness. We don't even know where he's going, and he's already sort of high. That's too high for James Washington. Okay, it's already my turn again. So we've got 3 running backs. Bell, Dalvin Cook, Kerryon Johnson with Amari. I mean, I love Amari, but like you can't just have Amari. So Tyler Boyd for sure is going to be involved in this offense. Like it's not an amazing pick. There's Alshon still there. Nah. Ooh, we gotta go with Godwin, don't we? Marvin Jones. I really like Will Fuller. 12 seconds. Okay, so I love Chris Godwin. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get Godwin on the team. We know that Deshaun Jackson is now in the Eagles. We know that Humphreys, oh goodness, he went to the Titans for like a 3-year deal or something like that, right? I believe he's on the Titans. Whenever these guys are out, really just whenever Deshaun Jackson is out. But when Deshaun Jackson was out, Godwin dominated every game besides like 2. There was a game in like the pouring rain against the Ravens he performed poorly in, and then a game where he had 10 targets but only like 1 was catchable and he caught it. Every other game, he's crushed it without these guys. He's a phenomenal wide receiver. Godwin. You guys know I loved him last year. We're doing it again this year. I like that pick. Even in the 5th round. I'm cool with that. As of right now, again. Okay, running backs. None of this excites me. At first glance, none of that excites me. So let's move to wide receivers with 10 seconds. I would say Calvin Ridley. Oh, goodness. I don't know. Corey, I don't know. I don't know on that pick. I had no time left. It gave me O.J. Howard. Wonderful. Not what I would have picked. We don't pick tight ends early unless we're getting Ertz, Kittle, Kelsey. Njoku. I would have picked Njoku instead of... OJ Howard's not like an awful pick, but like I just picked Chris Godwin, and I wouldn't have picked him. So I wouldn't have made that pick. But again, we're gonna run through this at the end. So let's try and actually make this pick. I like DJ Moore. I like Christian Kirk. I like Golden Tate because I think that he's going to sign with the Patriots. But let's just take DJ Moore so we actually get a player that we want. So that leaves us with Amari, Godwin, and Moore as our wide receivers. I definitely like all three, but we should probably get another one soon. And then I don't want to run the risk of like two of these running backs getting hurt. So I'm going to take, definitely the next two, I'm going to take running back and then wide receiver, I think is how it's going to go. I'm not touching Peyton Barber. I'm not touching Jordan Howard. Ajayi, I don't know where he's going to go, so like I don't want to make a case for that. Wow, that's ugly. That's for sure ugly. I mean, I don't even... No, I guess I can't take a running back with this pick. I don't even see one that I like on that screen. Here, I guess my take here... No, my take here would be Cootie. But I guess Golden... Give it back. Golden. Give me Golden. Oh, I just got it in time. So, I'm actually probably going to take Golden Tate. And then... Although Robbie Anderson would have been a fine play there as well. And then I would take... Cootie. He's too low. D.D. Westbrook is too low. Josh Gordon, I mean, he's got the upside because he's going to be on the Patriots if he can get on the field. It's can he get on the field? But I'll have 40 seconds to make this pick. Cootie has crushed it every time he's been healthy in that offense. We know that they do not have a dominant ground game, so they're not just like handing the ball off a ton. We know that Demaryius Thomas, he was cut, right? I'm fairly confident Demaryius Thomas was cut. We can check after this video or after this draft is done. But even if he wasn't, Cootie was crushing from the slot. People have to pay attention to Hopkins, and he's really good. I want to shout out, who was it? Someone in draft season last year told us to watch out about Cootie because he could be good. I think it was the Brett Coleman. I always say his name wrong. Brett Coleman, whatever his name is. I think he was the one that pointed out that we should be paying attention to him, and he was the only person I personally heard mention him. So I want to shout that out. But our wide receivers are good right now. Amari Cooper, Godwin, Moore, Golden Tate, and Cootie. A lot of them are like possession guys, so they'd be better in PPR. But I feel strong with that. We got to take a running back, though. We got to take some shots. So James White absolutely comes to mind. Kareem Hunt, as much as I don't want to draft him, comes to mind. Jalen Samuels, I guess. This list is pretty darn gross. I'm sure there'll be someone in this range. But let's just take... Where is it? Let's just take James White because we know James White's on the Patriots. We know that, you know, Rex Burkhead hasn't exactly stayed healthy. Sonny Michel hasn't exactly stayed healthy. He's a big injury risk. And we saw last season, when one of those guys is out, it's the James White show. So this isn't a guy I would trust early on in the season, but he's a good guy just to have. Because you know when the James White games are coming. They're pretty easy to predict, so you know when you can use him. How many rounds are there? There's 15 rounds. So we got to take, like... Oh, we already have tight end because we didn't want to, but it told us to. Let's just look at quarterback. Winston, Big Ben, Jimmy G. Okay. Oh, Josh Allen. Josh Allen's my boy. I don't know. I know why, but he's better. Yeah. There's guys we can take late. So we can wait. But we have 9 seconds to make a decision. So let's not wait. Let's just take him. I like Josh Allen because he does not care. He'll just like huck it. Like he doesn't care. Oh, John Brown, you're quadruple team deep. We're going to take the shot. And with in the leagues I play in, it's -1 for an interception. But in a lot of leagues, it's -1, -2 for an interception. Listen, guy throws a pick 6. I'm like, cool. I just got -1. Now he's behind. Now they're throwing. You prefer it, honestly. It helps out your game script. So I like Josh Allen this season. I mean, I'm sure when my rankings come out, maybe that was a bad pick. Maybe I have Prescott ahead of him. But I actually really like Josh Allen, especially because he adds with his legs on running ability. We need a running back, though. And I guess I could take Kareem Hunt, but I might make it a thing that we don't draft Kareem Hunt this year. Who knows? We can't touch Alex Collins for unfortunate reasons. 16 seconds. 16 seconds. Duke might go somewhere, but they've said they're going to keep him. Ronald Jones could be good, but who knows? I guess we can think about this pick after. I just don't want it to auto-pick me every pick. Ronald Jones would fit the, remember I talk about round 12 and later, you always just want to take upside. Well, if we've seen what Peyton Barber is. He's a guy that'll get you the 3 yards that are blocked and then fall forward like half a yard. That's basically it. So if that's what he is, and Jones was bad, don't get me wrong, he was terrible last season, but he was a rookie. If they give him the reins this year, that's a good pick in the 12th round. And all I'm doing is shooting for upside. So let's shoot for upside again. Foreman's got some. Latavius Murray, actually, would probably be the pick here. We know that Ingram is now on the Baltimore Ravens. We thought the Baltimore Ravens might get Le'Veon Bell, but they did not. So Murray just signed and is essentially Mark Ingram now, right? I mean, they have shown us that they don't want to give Kareem Hunt 20 carries and 7 receptions. They don't want to do it. They want to give him his like 13 carries and 8 targets. That's what they want to do. And that's great. He's still worth the first round pick at that spot or at that like usage. But Latavius Murray is going to get work on a fantastic offense that's going to score a ton of points. 13th round. And if something happened to Kamara, oh my goodness, he'd be a second round pick. So, or a first round pick. He'd be phenomenal. So that's what we're doing. Let's shoot for upside again. I don't want to take rookies because we don't know where they're going to land. So I don't really want to give a take on them. I don't see anyone. It's going to auto pick me, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Anthony Miller. Oh, did I get it in? No, I didn't. Oh, I actually have to take a kicker. This thing will force you to do these. I'll take a kicker and I'll take the defense. And then we'll go over it. Because I do know a lot of your leagues. I'm going to sneeze in like 5 seconds. No, it went away. A lot of your leagues force you to take, because if you don't have to take a kicker. Okay. Well, it just gave me Anthony Miller. I didn't click anything. But if you don't have to take a kicker and a defense, then don't. Take 2 running backs late. Okay, I really hope that when I exit here. Good. Take 2 running backs late. You guys have heard the spiel a lot. Don't take the defense and the kicker and then just wait. But a lot of your leagues will force you to. I know in ESPN and our league, it makes you fill the spot. But let's run through the team and then let's kind of see where we could have gone in some spots. So for running backs, we've got Bell, Dalvin Cook, Kerryon Johnson, James White, Ronald Jones, and Latavius Murray. I like that. I like the kind of safety of White, you know, that like you throw him out there, he's going to get a few receptions. He's got a good chance of scoring in a lot of games. He's on the Patriots. And he's got some upside if something were to happen to Sonny Michel. Ronald Jones definitely has upside. And Latavius Murray definitely has upside. And then I really like Josh Allen. Obviously, getting Gostkowski is good. But just take whatever kicker is available in the last round. Anthony Miller, listen, I had to make a pick. I actually don't know. Did Dez only sign a 1-year deal with the Saints? I'd want to know because I was looking at Traquan Smith here. I guess if Dez is gone, then Traquan could be fine. We've got to hear news over the summer about what's happening with his development, but that's not a bad pick there. Josh Gordon's not a bad pick because if he's not suspended and he starts the season, you just got him in the 15th round, but there's a lot of risks there. Anthony Miller, though, I mean, he was playing with a shoulder injury for most of the year, I believe. It's not like all of the year, and he's still got a good amount of touchdowns. So Anthony Miller will rise. You know, he'll probably get into like the 10th to 12th round kind of range. But our wide receivers, Amari, our boy Godwin, DJ Moore, Golden Tate, Kiki Cootie, and Kiki. Someone tell me in the comment section. I think it's Kiki, but it could be Kike, and I want to say it right. And then Anthony Miller. This is actually a good team. I know when we look back, it'll probably be a bad team. The one thing I would change is, of course, not taking O.J. Howard in the 6th. But then again, like, he's good. And you've got to get a decent tight end. At least it's a solid tight end. Looking at the list here, though, like, you've got that tier 1 of Ertz, Kittle, and Kelsey. But then after that, there's a drop, of course, to your Ebron, Ingram, Howard, and Njoku. But last year, I think people are going to overdraft Ertz, Kittle, and Kelsey because I remember last year and you had to have one of them to win. But that was in a year where Ingram got hurt for portions, where Doyle got hurt for portions, and Njoku was still developing. I think he's going to be more improved this season, but I guess he's going to get less volume, so he'll probably actually produce pretty similarly to what he did last year. I think Burton just had stretches where he did absolutely nothing. Same thing with Jared Cook. Delaney Walker got hurt. Jimmy Graham got hurt. So like everyone on this list, of course, Hunter Henry, in Stephen A's world, he was healthy for the whole year, but in reality, he was not. So a lot of injuries that guys are coming back from. So maybe that gap gets closed a little bit. I would just say 3rd round for those tight ends, you're good to go. If you're anywhere in the 3rd round and you see Kelsey, Ertz, Kittle on the board, go for it because they're difference makers every week. But not the 2nd. The 2nd seems a bit aggressive, and in the 2nd round, there's still a lot of those stud running backs and wide receivers that make a big difference. Let's look. Just see any surprises. Giovanni Bernard in the 10th. I mean, I don't know about that. That seems. I guess there's upside if something happened to Mixon, but I'm shooting for a little bit better in the 10th round. Same kind of thing with Hines. We saw that they want to use Mack a ton. They want to get Wilkins involved. Hines, like how much upside is left in the 10th? Jamal Williams, and so yeah, actually, where did Aaron Jones? Aaron Jones went in the 3rd round. That's surprising, for sure. He's not proven that he can stay healthy. And I don't like knocking people for that, but that is a thing. He hasn't proven to stay healthy. And even if he does, when have they shown that when him and Jamal Williams are healthy, like maybe is Jamal Williams potentially not going to be on the team? I guess let me know if that's the case, but I thought Jamal Williams was still going to play for them. And if he is, they're going to split. And when we talk about the first 4 rounds, you got to be rock solid, which is like Marlon Mack in the 3rd round. I don't know about that. You've got to be extremely confident in your first 4 picks. Like I know, everyone knows Le'Veon Bell's going to be good. Good. Everyone in the 1st round, you can't knock any of those picks. They're going to be good. 2nd round, Dalvin Cook. I mean, no one's they just got rid of Latavius Murray. That was the thing last year that people were like, oh, well, what if Murray takes some stuff? Well, who they got now? Like, unless I guess there's a chance that like Jerick McKinnon gets cut from the 49ers because all of his guaranteed money is gone and he signs back with the Vikings. Sure, that could happen. But as of right now, who they got backing up Dalvin Cook, and we saw when Dalvin Cook was healthy, he's a stud. So 2nd round, good to go there. Amari Cooper, well, he stunk with the Raiders because the Raiders stink. Well, Derek Carr stinks. But as soon as he came to Dallas, they're feeding him the ball. Great. I feel very confident in that. Only way he busts is with an injury. And then Kerryon Johnson, listen, when he went down, they had nothing in the ground game. And I believe that LeGarrette Blount is gone now. But what do they have backing him up? Like Zach Zenner? I mean, I like Zach Zenner personally. I think that he's one of those guys that's like Rex Burkhead, that it's just like, hey, sign him for cheap and throw him in there because the running backs don't really matter that much. But Kerryon Johnson's going to be used a ton. So I actually like this team. Let me know what you think about my team. Let me know what you think about the mock drafts going forward. Would you like to see mock drafts streamed on Twitch? Would you like to see that or not? And then about the modeling video. How long do you want me to make the video? Because I can go in depth on these models, but how in depth do you want me to go on them? So that's the end of this video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, how about we hit that like button? How about we subscribe if we're new? And thanks for watching.